Hi everyone, I'm Teresa Marzoff with Culture Engineered, and this month we're talking with you about the performance review process. Today's topic is how to create employee goals. And we're answering some of your most commonly asked questions around this process in hopes to better help you advance your employees in your business. So let's get started. About over 90% actually of companies do some sort of formal performance review process. But what's surprising is this number is actually going down. So you might think if you're a manager or HR person tuning in today, both have expressed their frustrations with this process, with the appraisal process. 90% of HR professionals think that performance appraisals or reviews are inaccurate, and 95% of managers are dissatisfied with the performance review idea because it either they feel it's either too time consuming or that it fails to motivate employees. So this is actually not necessarily why performance reviews are shrinking as far as happening in our workplaces. Actually, the reason that formal performance reviews are going down percentage-wise is because more companies are doing informal performance reviews, often referred to as employee check-ins. Either way, it's important to constantly evaluate someone's performance and the business performance. And then what we're talking about today as far as creating employee goals is critical to either really engaging an employee in that process. So we'll give you 5 steps in order to have a valuable employee appraisal in your business. So step 1, create and communicate business goals to your employees. So usually business goals fall into one of 4 kind of categories, I guess. The first one is money. Money is, it can be a revenue goal. If you're a nonprofit, it can be a donation goal. It might be just managing expenses better. Maybe your revenue is healthy, but you are not managing expenses, and so your margins are not so great. So those would all be examples of money goals. Quality goals, however, would be more focused on like customer satisfaction surveys, client retention. These would be, one client was a fabrication, so workaround or rework was a big measurement. So these would all be some sort of quality goal. Production goal as far as quantity. So production is very big in manufacturing, of course, but any type of delivery, not necessarily the customer satisfaction about that delivery, but meeting deadlines, that would be a production goal. And then talent. So typically you're looking to attract, hire, retain, or develop talent within your organization, also referred to as a people goal. So again, those tend to be the 4 most common types of business goals. You likely have goals around each of those that feed each other going into your new period or year. Step 1 is communicating those with your employees. Step 2 is to then ask employees to brainstorm their own goals to help you achieve your business achieve those goals, and also some personal professional development goals. So they shouldn't put this in any type of format. The idea here is to get them thinking about what they do, their role, and its significance to the company's overall success, and then also what they're looking to achieve from a personally professional level. So do they want a promotion? Are they interested in moving to another position? Are they interested in a certain skill set? Whatever it is, those are the things you want them to list out. I'd say, no more than 10, probably no less than 5. Not all of those are going to be goals, and that's important to share with them. But again, you want them brainstorming. So number of ideas probably will show you where their head is, and this is a really important process because again, the more they're invested in this, the more they're bought into this process. The third step is then meet with the employee, review these goals. You'll likely want to have a discussion around what they listed to get some context to it, because these shouldn't be like, oh, lose 10 pounds. That's not a professional goal, and that should not be helping advance your business. They should be finding things that they want to achieve on a professional level. So meet with them. Step 3, meet with them and review their goals and align them to business goals. So figuring out how, if they get this professional development, that's going to help the business, or makes them more of a valuable person within the business, how they're going to help advance and help the company achieve the business goals it has for the new year or period, if you do differently than an annual review. So again, you probably want a mix at this point of 2 to 4 goals. I'd say at least one of those, if not 2, should be a personal, professional development goal. And then step 4 is to once you've kind of met and discussed those, to formulate those goals and ask for their input. So you've met, you've chatted about it, you go off, you figure out, okay, here's how we can structure these goals so they are measurable, and so that it does advance our business. And step 4 is reviewing it with the employee and asking them to take a look at it, think about it, give you some feedback on it, give you some input, and also, super important, ask them what they need in order to do these goals. So assuming they don't have any concerns, it's okay if they do. These are good concerns. That means they're really thinking about doing this. But again, these aren't goals set up to help them fail. This is setting them up to help them stay focused on what matters most in their role and to your business. So get them, have them think about it, have them review, and also to think about what they need in order to meet these goals now that they know where your head is. Because then step 5 is to really finalize those goals and fulfill whatever they need. Maybe they need additional training. Maybe they need better tools. This is so common. Often good workers are stressed when goals come around because they don't feel they have the tools in order to achieve it. Oftentimes these are easy pickings. You can often overcome these challenges pretty easily, so don't let them get hung up on the frustration on all the small stuff. Help them manage that, help them through it, and you'll get a lot out of them from that. So you met to finalize goals, and then although this isn't a step in creating employee goals, it's super important. Follow up. This is probably the most common mistake I see in organizations is you don't follow up on these goals, and then the next year happens and it's time to review your goals. And of course the employee didn't achieve those goals. They were caught up with all the other stuff. So have the employee and you meet frequently, maybe weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, probably no fewer than monthly, or no more minimally than monthly, and then have them report to you how they're progressing on their goals, assess if they're going to meet the goal at this pace, and then adjust goals as needed. Business needs change, so of course goals are likely to change as well. Don't penalize them for things that are outside of their control, but at the same time challenge them to make good on their commitments if it is achievable. And then always ask what you can do to help them. If you know, jump on in. But if they're struggling, be their partner. You're not just there to check their status. You're really there to help guide them through that partner because you are a leader, and that's what we do. So hopefully this helps. Reach out to Culture Engineered if you have any individual questions or needs outside of what we discussed today. We're happy to help. Otherwise, tune in next week when we talk about calculating merit increases associated with performance reviews. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day.